The 2010 McDonald v. Chicago case is a pretty landmark Second Amendment case that is one of the more recent cases you have to know. So the backstory on this is that in 2008 there was a previous landmark gun ownership case, and that involved a lawsuit called DC v. Heller, DC being Washington DC, which at the time in 2008 had almost a complete handgun ban, almost a complete ban on handguns, and a citizen of Washington DC sued challenging that these restrictions were unconstitutional. Supreme Court ruled in favor of the citizen and against DC's handgun ban. It's really one of the first times, really the first time in American history, that the Supreme Court ruled that individuals have a right to own a gun. But because DC is not in a state, the Second Amendment wasn't automatically incorporated like we've talked about with like other amendments and how that process works. So there had to be a separate case involving a regular state. And that's what you see with this case 2 years later. Chicago had super strict sort of handgun registration requirements, and they were so strict that it was almost equivalent to a ban. It was so difficult for individuals to get through the registration process. So this is a Second Amendment case. And the Supreme Court ruled 5-4 in favor of McDonald, who's the citizen, challenging Chicago's handgun registration requirements. And the Supreme Court basically said that, like, no, Chicago's strict handgun registration requirements were not constitutional. So this is significant because this is the case, because it involves a regular city in a regular state that officially incorporates the Second Amendment and prohibits state governments from infringing on an individual's right to own a gun.